Bruce from Ross Marquand here. We are covering Comic-Con Cape Town in collaboration with GES Cosplay, and I'm lucky enough to talk to the one and only Mr. Ross Marquand.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing? How's your time in South Africa been so far?
Oh man, I've been loving it. I've been wanting to come to Comic-Con Africa for the last 5 years, I think, when I heard about it. And obviously the Joburg one is the preeminent one, but this is their first year, of course, in Cape Town, and it's been amazing. I've wanted to come to Cape Town since I was a kid, so this is...
Are you heading up Table Mountain?
I'm going to, I think, on Monday.
Okay.
They suggested shark diving,
okay.
which I'm...
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I hope I don't get eaten. And then paragliding, abseiling, and then penguins at Boulders Beach.
Yes, Boulders.
Boulders,
yes.
Have you been?
I haven't been, but I've got friends who have been. I'm actually from Joburg, so I flew down for the con to come and see you.
Oh, right. Yeah. Did you like the Joburg one?
I love the Joburg one.
I heard it's crazy busy.
Yeah, it's super busy. We had, I think, 90,000 people at the last one over the 5 days.
Lord.
Yeah.
It's like almost San Diego numbers.
Yeah, that's what DJ Edit was saying. He said it's hectic numbers.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
But just it's been since Comic-Cons have started in South Africa, I think everyone here is so hungry for it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who come are quite surprised by the fans they meet here, and how, that they've got fans, at this corner of the world.
Yeah. It's always so many. I mean, Elliot was saying that the show just released, I think, the last season of Walking Dead released like a month ago, which is so wild. So like, I mean, I guess, I don't know if it's because of licensing things or whatever, I guess it's not released around the globe at the same time.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but I guess that's the case, and I'm just so glad that people are experiencing it now for the first time, essentially, when in America, of course, it's been off the air since November of last year. So it's been a while.
It's kind of like a second premiere for you.
It's
for like the finale.
And people have been coming up and like, oh, we love what happened. We're so sad about this. I won't say which character. Because I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but it's been cool to see how people are getting reinvigorated about the show, and that's the cool thing. Like, it's been on for 12 years, but people rewatch the show over and over again, and I think that's a real testament to the storylines and the characters, and they just really keep gravitating towards the themes of the show about survival and hope, and I think everybody on the planet can relate to that story. Especially after the last 3 years that we all had. That's a really important message to hold on to, so
As well, talking about The Walking Dead, I know you're working on something huge at the moment that you can't say anything about, so I won't go there.
Who told you?
I have sources, I have people that I know you're doing something very exciting at the moment. But we are waiting with.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything. I was like,
for the people that know, I didn't say anything.
I know you're working on something big. We're very excited to see what you're going to be doing next.
Well,
and I saw in an interview you said that it's something you think is going to be one of the biggest things. You're going to look back at the end of your career. So we're excited. I'm not fingers crossed. We know it's coming, but we can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I wish I could give you a year, but it's one of those things that's it's not my control.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Ross didn't tell me anything beforehand. I don't know what it is. I just know it's big.
It's honestly like many things in my life and this career. Like it's a total dream come true to be working on this project, and I wish I could say what it was, of course. But I think it's going to be the thing that I'm not necessarily most proud of, but certainly the most happy to have been a part of. And you'll see. You'll see when it comes out, but I can't.
Hopefully you'll be back at a future con.
Yeah,
we'll have new Funko Pop related to it. Hopefully, because getting Aaron is such a hard pop to get.
Oh, it's damn near impossible. Did you get it trying online or?
I tried online. Okay. I couldn't get it. Walking its supply and Stonekeeper is another tough one to get.
Stonekeeper's vaulted. They're not making new ones, and even the Infinity Ultrons, I guess they're going to be vaulting them soon. So this is what I heard. But grab them while you can. I know Chris.
Down at Silver Toy Shop?
Yep. Yeah. There you go. He has a bunch, and his twin brother, I guess they sell Funkos like crazy. So grab some of those while you're there.
But speaking about The Walking Dead, I mean, 8 years of your life on that show. I'm going to give you a really tough question. It took me a lot of thinking to come up with it. And I thought, if you had to meet somebody who'd never seen The Walking Dead, and you had to describe Aaron's character using only one of his quotes, what would it be?
I mean, I always write on my pictures, heart still beating.
I was going with that one.
It's just like, actually, no, I wouldn't say that one, because I feel like that's just talks about his determination and grit. But I think what really encapsulates him is when he's first meeting Rick and the gang in season 5, and he's giving the spiel about Alexandria, like with these 15-foot high walls and and then he's talking to Rick now specifically, and he goes, "We're strong, but together you can make us even stronger." Like I think that's the line that really encapsulates him, because he and Eric were always very good at seeking out good people that would be great fighters, but also good people to bring into the fold. And that's what he was always most concerned about, was just making sure that people could feel safe and feel like they were taken care of in the community. And I feel like that's always been his MO.
I feel like Aaron was such a great pivot character to take us from, the death of Rick into the next thing, because he obviously goes through a lot of changes himself and moving along. There's a lot going on there. So he was a great, someone to follow us through on that journey as we lost Rick, and Aaron sort of stepped up, got the Rick beard, which I know you were allowed to get once.
Well, the funny thing is, like, people asked if that was intentional, and I had a beard before I got on the show. I've always pretty much had a beard, because I just think I look better with a beard. And I'm also lazy, to be honest. I don't. I don't know how you do it.
I can't grow a beard. So this is like 2 or 3 days of growth.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yeah, I can't grow a beard.
Well, I have something called PFB, which is like fibrillar. It's like where you get ingrown hairs all the time. And so if I shave every day, it just looks like a mess. So I said, you know what? I think I look better with a beard anyway. I'm just gonna rock it out. And so when I got the part, the producers were like, "You've got to shave that off, because Aaron's supposed to be clean shaven. He's supposed to look very nice and presentable." And I said, "Oh, are you sure?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh man." So for years, I'd been fighting to get back just even a little bit, like a little scruff, a little something. And by season 8, they were like letting me have just the slightest shade of a beard, which I was grateful for. But by season 9, that's when they informed me that Andy was going to be leaving the show. And I said, "What's happening with my character?" And Angela King, who had just taken over a showrunner, she said, "Well, we're going to make some big changes for you. We've just now lost Eric, but we're thinking about maybe losing your arm as well." And I was like, "Oh, okay. That'll be intense." And I said, like, "What?" And she said, "There's going to be a 6-month time jump between when you lose the arm to when we see you again." And she said, "Is there anything you want to do with your looks?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, if that's the case, I mean, like, I'd love for him to be disheveled." I'm always fighting on the show for us to be more and more crappy looking. Like, I want us to look as haggard as possible. Because it's the apocalypse.
It's the apocalypse.
And why the hell would you be caring about how you look?
Aaron did really well to keep that clean cut appearance.
I was like, come on, man. Like, I know we got running water and it's supposed to be like, but I don't know.
It's a lot of razors, man.
It's a lot of razors. And I just felt like, I don't know. I think we should be caring more about surviving than how we look, But so it was kind of by accident that all came together, and they were like, "Oh, Rick," and I'm like, "Well,
yeah, sure." We
were always planning for that. Yeah, it was just kind of a happy accident. Truly. Yeah. So,
Ross, you're a prolific voice actor. Have you had a go at the South African accent? I know it's notoriously difficult. I think it's tough because a lot of people slide into Australia.
Yeah. Since I've got here, I've been paying attention to how people hold their mouth and the placement of the tongue and whatnot. So when I've had a few beers, I feel like it comes out a bit better. But again, you do ride that fine line of maybe you're going too Kiwi, and if you go too far, too nasal, it won't sound right. And it really is just like it's super specific.
Weird pockets.
Oh yeah, if you go too far, it's either Aussie or Kiwi, and that's not right at all. But I love the accent. I mean, like, as soon as I got here, I was like a kid in candy, so I was like, "Oh boy, this is where I get so giddy, because I'm like a sponge. I just like soak this stuff up, So for me, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, to help you with your South African.
Oh yes, please. Yeah.
I thought we played a little game here. I play it at every Comic Con with every guest that I can. Is we do a sort of an honorary South African quiz. So we're going to play with a few. I've got a couple of Afrikaans and South African words here.
Okay.
And I thought I'd try them out, see how they go.
Oh, I learned squeeze yesterday.
What does that mean?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Oh, it means to take a look.
Oh, take a squeeze.
Take a squeeze.
Take a squeeze. Yeah.
Take a squeeze. Which I'm like.
Oh, take a squiz.
Squiz.
Oh, did I say
squiz. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was something else.
Take a squeeze. I'm like,
take a squeeze.
Oh, take a squeeze over there. I'm like, You're gonna do what?
Do what? Yeah. No, I think it's leave that in public. Yeah.
You probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, but
the goal is to leave you as an honorary South African by the end of this interview. So this is kind of the main things you need to know to get into South African spirit. So firstly, if something is lacquer, is it good or bad?
Lacquer?
Lacquer.
I'm gonna say bad.
It's bad. Oof, no. Okay, so it's a bad start. But so lacquer is actually the direct translation is Afrikaans word for sweet.
Oh.
So like most people say, oh, that's sweet. Something's lacquer. When you go to an autograph session with Ross Marquand, is a lacquer guy.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We've got more.
Okay.
It's
Let's
over one.
see what we do. Yeah.
Okay. What would you do if you were at a braai?
I know this. This is a barbecue.
Yes. Yeah. It is a barbecue. So that's our version. We basically take the coals, or we use charcoal usually, and you cook once the flames have gone down. You're just cooking over the embers. That's your braai. Yeah.
So it's like a very slow cook.
Very slow cook. So you can. I mean, some people like to speed through it and get it done. Yeah. But it's usually a nice whole afternoon, a couple of beers. Ooh. You sit down. You've got the ocean view here, or you're sitting in Kruger watching the animals go by.
That sounds nice.
And it generally goes late into the night.
Oh, wow.
The fire gets really done, and then it's too hot, so you got to wait for it to come down.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a real social event. I mean, we had Heritage Day just the other day.
Oh yeah, and Freedom Day yesterday, right?
Freedom Day
same thing? Or?
No, Heritage Day is also known as National Braai Day, because it's such a huge thing that everyone gets together and has a braai on Heritage Day. Yeah. All right. It's like kind of our 4th of July.
It's
kind of,
gotcha. Okay.
No fireworks, but lots of braais.
Gotcha. Okay.
Could you use the word "eish" in a sentence?
I love the actress Anne Heche.
Eish. And okay, so eish is like an exclamation. It's like if something goes wrong, eish.
Oh,
yeah.
Eish.
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 Eish. Eish. E-I-S-H. Eish. E-I-S-H.
Eish.
Yeah.
It's not Aish? Aish?
Aish. It depends, you know. If you stub your toe, it could be Aish.
Okay.
So, you know.
I feel like Christopher Walken needs to say it's like Aish.
Aish.
Ooh, Aish.
Or Al Pacino. Could have a good.
Aish. Oh. Very nice.
So yeah, it's like exclamation. If something goes wrong, something's not going well.
Aish.
You know, it's a problem.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Gotcha.
What would you do with a cook sister?
A what?
A cook sister.
A cook sister?
Afrikaans word, yeah. A cook sister.
A cook sister?
A cook sister.
I mean,
South Africans love their food.
I mean, I'm assuming this is someone who's like a relative that you cook with?
You know what? We can pull it back from there. We can pull it back from there. It's not completely lost. It is actually, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to pull it back there now.
Okay.
It is actually a syrupy donut. It's like a deep fried donut, but a lot of people hand down the recipes. So if you could be taught how to cook one by somebody,
I knew that. See, I said that. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, it's a cook. So
I said that.
Afrikaans is a cook sister.
A cook sister.
It's
okay.
Basically a really syrupy donut, and they're kind of like rolled over each other.
Oh wow.
And crispy on the outside, really, really sweet, and then fluffy on the inside if you've got it perfect.
Okay. We call them crullers.
Yeah, that would be a very similar, that's the same.
Cruller. Some people say cruller.
Cruller.
I say cruller.
If I were to offer you a slice of biltong, what would I be offering?
Biltong?
Biltong.
I'm assuming.
B-I-L-T-O-N-G.
B-I-L-T-O-N-G.
Biltong.
Bread?
It's like jerky, basically. That's like our equivalent. So it's a million times better than jerky, from what I've heard. I've never had jerky.
Oh wow!
But every South African who's had jerky has told me it's like a million times better than jerky.
Okay.
But yeah, so cured meat, a couple of different salt, spices. If you like hot food, they do like a chili version.
Oh. I do like spicy.
Yeah. So no, if you dine at Vienna Waterfront, you can get all some chili bites. Get on some chili bites.
Okay.
It's basically biltong with a nice chili.
I was at Waterfront last night, actually.
Yeah,
I'm a loner, man. I go out alone. That's my MO, you know. I just like to, unwind and read poetry every day.
Just be deep.
Yeah, no, actually, there was a really cool bar that was playing Motown all night.
Yeah?
It was awesome. They were just, Chuck Berry all night. It was great, yeah.
Amazing. Last one.
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling if you have a babalas?
Oh.
That's the last one.
Wait, what?
Babalas. If you have a babalas, how are you feeling?
I'm guessing based on the name, I'm going to say that's indigestion.
It will be stomach related. You're not feeling great. It is a hangover.
Oh,
yeah. It's a South African hangover.
Babalas.
A babalas.
Babalas.
Yeah. You feeling babalas? Yeah. Why is Fred not yet babalas?
That's amazing. Do you know the guy Hezbollah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if Hezbollah had a bubbleless, that's something good.
A Hezbollah bubbleless.
A Hezbollah bubbleless. Like I feel like that would be a good song. That would be a banger.
That'd be.
Can we actually?
Can we put that together?
Let's record this with Hezbollah. And Hezbollah, if you're watching, we gotta create this song. It's gonna be called Hezbollah Bubbleless. Doesn't that sound good?
It sounds amazing. It just rolls with it. It doesn't.
Hezbollah Bubbleless. Hezbollah Bubbleless. It actually sounds like an incantation or something. You know what I mean? I like the sound of this. Yeah.
That's brilliant, Ross.
Ooh, I think we just created $1 million idea.
You know what? We don't publish this video. It's like private on
No one can know.
Nobody will know.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Tell anyone. The project, and Hezbollah Bubbleless.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knows.
I thought you were going to try to get it out of me.
No, the project, no.
No, I've sworn to secrecy on this project. Like, I will literally get shot to death if I say anything.
No, I'm sure that door is a crack open, you notice? There's somebody waiting.
There's always people
there's always somebody
listening.
Yeah.
And, you know, I actually, even for Infinity War, I wasn't allowed to talk about it until a month after it came out. A month after that, which is, you know, because they're very, very hardcore about that, which I appreciate, because you want to make sure that it's a fresh experience for every fan going in. Obviously, Red Skull was like a huge surprise for a lot of people, so I get why they didn't want me to talk about it, but like keeping that secret as a huge Marvel fan from November of 2017 to May of 2018 that was that's pretty excruciating. I was going to
say you did a phenomenal job as Red Skull. I remember sitting in the cinema going, they got Hugo Weaving back, and I saw the credits and I was like, Aaron? Wow. And that's when I actually found out, went down the Ross Marquand impression the rabbit hole. Found all of that.
Thanks. So, I never thought I'd be able to make a living doing that stuff. We're probably going to be replaced by AI in no time at all, but it's going to happen.
No one replaced you, Ross.
No, I mean, for all we know, this is a simulation already, and we are androids, and we think that we're human sentient beings, but this is all an illusion. Yeah.
And on that note, Ross, thank you so much for your time.
Dude, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. See you guys in the next one.
Yep.